Hold the smacks.
Okay. I wish we could have had some wine.
Listen, let's just get through this and we're going to have you some 42. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of
Girl, I'm Grown.
And today we are going to talk about something that's really important to me right now in my life. Something that we spoke about, behind the scenes. It's about being spiritually, mentally, and emotionally ready. So to speak on that, our episode where we talked about how long is too long, I did say, I'm willing to wait on the person that, I desire to be with. And people, rightfully so, were like, you too good to be waiting, or you don't have to wait on a man, you look good, you're successful. Well, let me just back up and let me give y'all some more information onto what I was saying. I didn't want to go deep into it in that episode because I know I'm a very emotional person and that was deeper than what I could talk about.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so let me back up. Before I even met this person, I was not willing to wait on anyone. Okay, I was always, we need to do it, that's this, that, and another, right? But when I met this person, I found that we were equally yoked. I felt like God put us together for a reason. And not all times that it's the same reason that you think it is. It could be for any other reason. You know what I mean? Okay, but this year, I experienced a loss. I lost my father in July. And when I found out he was sick, he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And losing my mom at the age of 19, I already knew what it looked like. I already knew what to expect. And so my mind shifted mentally, okay? So before that time in my life, yes, I was very much so looking forward to this relationship, waiting on it to happen and so on and so forth. But let me say this, okay? So the person that I was speaking about, we do temperature checks. We check in with each other, we talk about like, okay, where we are, how we're feeling, and the path that we're on. And I know, like, during the time my father was sick, we had a temperature check and I flipped. Like, I went off and I've never yelled at him, and I started yelling and he like just calmed down. And I wasn't yelling because I was upset with him, but it was more so my mind isn't right here. It's not here yet. It's not right here in this moment about our relationship or where we're going. I was mainly in a sense, I was thinking about, what am I going to do next when my father's not here? This is my last parent here on earth. Well, long story short, where I am now, to speak on what you guys were asking me or telling me, you're speaking life into me, and I appreciate that. But I need you to know that I'm not mentally ready. Okay, emotionally, I'm not ready. I was ready, but now I'm not, and that's because I need to fix me. Or obviously let God fix me, but I have to put in the work too. Losing a parent is really, really tough, and I don't wish that on anyone. But I have to be fair in all my relationships. I'm not healthy enough to be with this man. Like, we are the best of friends. He's my support system, my confidant, everything I can ever imagine. But I need to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually ready to be with him.
I love that you can recognize that within you, because a lot of people don't recognize when they need to do a little bit more work, or if they're not really ready. Because a lot of times as women, we ready, but maybe you're just not ready, and you can give yourself that grace to say, well, I'm not ready, and I have to refocus on myself. And I think that's brave of you to actually say that on camera.
Yeah, it took a lot for me. That's why I didn't speak about it last time, and I just kind of brushed it like, oh, it's him, whatever. But it's really me. It was probably him before, but now I've like literally stopped myself in my tracks, and more than ever am focusing on my mental health. Because when I tell y'all, like, I have been in the darkest places, like I found myself like isolating myself, which I know is a sign of depression, and I've been there before, so I can recognize it. And I want y'all to know, like, it's okay to not be ready. It's okay to not be where you think you are. Before this moment in my life where I thought everything was just peaches and cream and I'm ready to start this relationship, I'm ready to, move forward, I got knocked down like 10 steps. I got the wind knocked out of me, okay? And it's like, for me, like, I take losses very, very hard. It's hard for me, and it takes a lot out of me to get out of that dark space. So, with prayer and, being faithful to God and having a good support system, I appreciate y'all. And my friends that I have to lean on or to check in, because y'all know I'm private, so I don't ask for help. I don't call you and say I need to talk. Y'all usually be like, I ain't heard from you. You know what I'm saying? And that's because like I internalize a lot. I'm not trying to cry. It's serious, you know, because people on the outside, and we're all guilty of it. We're on the outside and we look in and we think we really know what's happening, but you don't know. Like, there's never a time for me to be prideful or to not be transparent with y'all, because this is why we're here, to speak our truth. And with what we were talking about, yes, I am waiting, but it's like I'm waiting for more than just a man. I'm waiting to be spiritually healthy. I'm waiting to be emotionally healthy, and more than anything, mentally healthy, because I am in a space where depression is like creeping up on me. And so I find myself sometimes isolating myself or not speaking to people and just focus on work. Like, I put myself into work and I focus on that, so I don't have to focus on reality of my life and what's happening. You know what I mean? No, it's no, please, no, don't. It's just I wanted to speak on it because people don't understand like the importance of actually being ready. Like we look at other people and, like you said, the grace part of it. Mm-hmm. We want men to be our captain, hero, whatever you know those things are, you know, from TV, and we want them to be our end all be all. And it's like, what about you?
Yeah.
When we speak about bringing what to the table, like, are you mentally ready for this man? Are you emotionally, spiritually ready for him? Like, we can't come in half stepping, and like you spoke on one of our episodes, like the feminine part of us, right? It's more to us than being career driven women, you know, being beautiful, can cook and clean. You have to be able to stimulate your person other than physical. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we have to know like the importance of our mental well-being. I encourage everybody, you know, see a therapist or talk to somebody, and don't hold it in, because I've been in that space, you know? So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to encourage everybody to take a step back and look at yourself. Don't always put everything on your partner to feel like they need to be ready. What about you? Are you ready?
Now, one thing you said, like right now, to help when you deal with a lot of things, you throw yourself into work. But do you think you have those times to just mentally check in with yourself and see how you're doing, or maybe just do you have time to like internalize your feelings?
Well, so if my logic behind me doing what I do is because when I am in that space, I am unproductive. So I've been, you know, working my butt off and, you know, staying gone and focused and everything like that, so that I don't have to deal with it. Not saying that I won't deal with it. It's just I need to allot time for that, because I do like being productive. I do like being, you know, social with my friends and my family. But I know, like, once I get to a place where I am able to work on that, I know I'm off the grid. So for me, I allot time for me to go through that. Not saying that I still journal. I journal. You know, I write everything down, like how I'm feeling, but I have to take enough time for me to actually deal with those feelings. And I am, you know, I am going to do that, and I've already planned it. I know it's crazy to make plans, but and it sounds crazy when you're going through something like that, but I just know myself, and I can't be an unproductive person. Like, it'll drive me insane. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because grief does different things to you. So that's where I'm working on it.
Yeah, and it's different stages of grief and all the different things. But yeah, we definitely are here for you, and whoever was talking shit.
No.
Okay.
Slow down.
I wasn't to say a person will F you.
No. I don't think they were. I think they were trying to uplift me. Cause you know, sometimes people be like, you need to know your worth. I do know my worth. It's just deeper than what y'all know.
But see, that's why I said people need to stop coming with those questions, because you know, not even dealing with your situation. You know, somebody can be a long time couple and they don't have kids, and the woman might have problems. She maybe can't have kids, and people, when y'all gonna have a baby and all that. I think society, get out of people's business. It don't have nothing to do with you.
It's hard sitting here and listening to you say all that, because I know how strong of a person you are. I know how sure of yourself you are, and even with you being as sure of yourself as you are as a woman, it's still people that will project whatever they feel onto you. And the thing that I love is I love hearing other people's perspectives. I love hearing what people have to say about different things, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have to take those perspectives and apply them to me. It's just, okay, that's interesting to know. But when you know yourself and when you're sure of yourself as the way that you are, you can make certain decisions. But of course, if you having a rough time, We got your back.
I know.
Sierra be acting like she ready to run up on somebody.
I know.
She can't, but it's really hard listening to that. Like hearing you talk about depression creeping up on you, just because I personally dealt with that. Like I feel like I dealt with the worst of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then with you, the difference is like I'm looking at you and I'm seeing you say this, especially in reference to having a partner or making a decision to get into a relationship. Because before I got into a relationship, I was a person that dealt with depression, but I didn't necessarily know the ways to help. I wouldn't say cure it, but keep me on track, so I don't let it take over me. But having that person there as support, you know what I'm saying, it was a plus, because I wasn't exactly where I needed to be. I wasn't exactly who I needed to be, but they understood that. Even your friends, we understand that. So that support, I feel like that does make a difference, and it doesn't have to be the typical relationship that everyone else sees. Like, you should be in a relationship like this. You should be it's what you what you want.
Yeah, and I feel like I haven't said this to y'all, but I hate this, but God does so much for me, right? And He already knew this time was coming, and He put y'all back in my life, right? Like I promise y'all, no, don't cry. But like I think about all that because I know how good He is to me. Like God takes care of me, and I promise y'all, like I don't know like where I would be without y'all in my life. To be real, like God put y'all back in my life at the right time, because it's like He knew I was going to deal with something like this, and I would need this support, you know, or time away from people, or because y'all know how to deal with me. And I always thank God, like for the small things that's small to me, but just big overall, because I didn't see it coming. Just like when He reunited me with my sisters, my dad's daughters, all this happened within a year of me losing him. You know, so He aligns these things. Even the person that I'm talking about within a year, like all these people, and reuniting with y'all, God did that to give me the support, the love, and the comfort that I would need during this time. So I thank Him for that, and I can't thank Him enough, because that's like one of my small testimonies. You know what I mean? Like going through something like this, because when I lost my mom, I was by myself, and I contemplated suicide. Like I went through a lot by myself, and so it's like God knew that I would need support during this time. So I'm thankful for that. But I just wanted to say, like, anytime y'all are trying to grow into a relationship, or begin something, you need to check yourself. You need to make sure that you're spiritually, mentally, and emotionally available or ready for a person, because I don't want to bring this unhealthy life of mine into a relationship with a man that I care about so much, a man that checks his, you know what I'm saying? Like he knows his mental, he knows his emotional, and spiritually for sure. So I think it's fair to your partner for you to check yourself and know where you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, so that you can meet each other right there in the middle. And it's just not all this person pulling the weight or you're pulling the weight. So it's all about healthy relationships and friendships. You got to check it, and that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, because I wanted to speak on, the comments that I was receiving. I love y'all for even caring about me enough to even say, oh, you're worth it. You don't have to wait, but it's deeper than that for me. It really is. Like,
Can we do a group hug?
Oh.
Please.
I appreciate y'all.
Oh my God.
But anyways, y'all, I'm so sorry that I did this today.
No, we need to have relationships where we can just release and be ourselves and just empty our feelings out and just be open and transparent. And I love what you said, Key, about perspectives, because you never know what a person is going through. I know a lot of people probably look at you and be like, CeCe got it all together, and then you don't know what internally a person could be battling with. So I think a running thing of some of our episodes is like having grace. We need to have grace for ourselves. We need to have a grace for other people, and just really try to give out grace. Like seriously, not just say it, just really try to do it, because you don't know what anybody is going through.
And take away the judgment. Stop being so judgmental.
That's
Stop
most
being
important.
judgmental, 'cause y'all
take
never
away
know.
the judgment, because
you don't.
And
really
spread
don't know.
love. Spread, because that small little piece of love that you can give somebody, it could change their whole life.
Yeah,
It
it can.
Yeah, so guys, I'm so happy that y'all were here for this today. I'm sorry I made y'all get emotional.
No, I don't like doing that.
But and I usually
I hate seeing people cry. I can't deal with crying. Yeah,
but y'all make sure y'all
No, I was gonna go like this and just cry.
Y'all check us out on all the listening podcast platforms.
Yeah.
Thank you. YouTube, Instagram, link in our bio for all of our platforms that we're on. Thank y'all for the support. Keep the feedback coming because clearly you see we do take it in consideration.
Yes,
We
we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it. So let us know how you're feeling. Share your stories. And if you ever feel like you're going through depression, please talk to somebody. Don't take it lightly. Don't internalize it to a point where you can't breathe. Go talk to somebody, even if it's just a close friend, therapist, a pastor, spiritual advisor, whatever it is. Yeah, talk to Jesus. I talk to him a lot. But make sure y'all speak about it, and don't hold it all in. You're not alone. It's many of us out there that go through similar situations, and we're just living our lives day to day, trying to figure it out. So follow us on this journey, and remember. Girl, I'm grown.
Yeah, I'm grown.
Real grown.
Real grown.
Grown AF.
She like that one.
She is.